Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that be linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Only 5 days to go now until the transfer window closes. This is a very important week for Arsenal, both for outgoings and incomings. What are Arsenal going to do? Are they going to bring somebody in before the end of the transfer window? And who else is going to be leaving this transfer window? Quite a few players lined up to leave. Um, it's going to be busy. It's going to be a busy week this week, definitely. We all saw the game at the weekend. Listen, it's not the end of the world, a draw at home. We're still, literally every team's on 7 points at the top there, apart from Man City. You've got maximum points, and even they struggle to get that win away at Sheffield United, where you would have thought they would have won that easily. So we're still looking good, but the team doesn't quite, it's not quite in sync at the moment. It looks a little bit unbalanced, and you can see that, the Urian Timber injury at the moment is looking like a big miss for Arsenal. He really came in and solved a lot of issues, and are Arsenal going to move for that sort of Urian Timber 2.0 before the end of the transfer window? Are they going to bring in a player that will sort of balance us back up again? I want to see Ben White sort of back over on that right-hand side, doing those link-ups with Saka, what he was doing so brilliantly last year. We've missed that so far this season with this sort of new system that's been playing. So for me, I'm really looking at it and thinking, I don't want to see Thomas Partey at right back. I want to see him in midfield. So right back, centre back, a player who can play maybe both of those positions. Are Arsenal going to bring that in? As I said, a Timber 2.0, because it's going to be missing for a season or nearly a season. Even if he comes back, it's still going to have to ease him back in because it's an ACL injury. So who are we going to bring in? Now, we've been very heavily linked with Eric Garcia of Barcelona. However, to Mundo Deportivo reporting today that Xavi, the manager of Barcelona, of course, is not keen to let Eric Garcia leave this transfer window. Barcelona actually played last night against Villarreal. They won that game by 4-3, and Garcia did come on as a substitute in the game. But he's not a starter. He's not a regular starter in the game. The sort of centre-back pairings, normally Koundé and Christensen. And he normally, will come off the bench. But Xavi's seeing him as an important player and not really willing to let him leave this window. Arsenal would like to take him on loan. That's what they're looking to do, a loan deal to bring him in. However, if Barcelona were to let him leave, it's going to have to be for money, and he's valued at around about 10 million. And no doubt they probably look for a bit more than that. So will it be him that Arsenal move for? Or is it, as Xavi said, he's not for sale? We've heard this already before from Barcelona about certain players not being for sale. But when the money's come in, they've let them go. And they are about to sign João Cancelo as well. So we'll keep an eye on this one, but at the moment, Mundo Deportivo, should I say, are saying that he's not going to be leaving this transfer window. Another player that Arsenal are looking at, and there's lots of rumours surrounding this one, a rumour coming from Turkish football, various other outlets over there in Turkey, is that Arsenal would like to sign Victor Nelson of Galatasaray. The Danish defender had a great season last year. Galatasaray won the title over in Turkey, so they wouldn't really want to let him leave. He was a very important member of the team. But Arsenal, as I said, looking for this sort of Timber 2.0 and thinking that maybe this guy could be the guy to fill that void and also be a good backup in that centre-back position if anything was to happen to Saliba. Because remember, we've got to remember, injuries can play a big part. That's why we're talking about Timber right now, and it can just happen. So you've got to have suitable cover in these areas. And also looking at Nelson, again, Arsenal would love to do a loan deal for Nelson. Galatasaray are going to be unwilling to do that. The only way they'd be looking to sell him, as I said, an important player in their team, as if they was to get the money for him. And they're said to be looking for around about £21 million. One player is definitely not going to be joining Arsenal by the looks of it is Timothy Castagna of Leicester, linked to Arsenal right at the start of the transfer window, and then the links have continued on and on and on. Of course, he plays for Leicester. They got relegated. They are in the Championship, and they've been selling a lot of their stars. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. It looks like he's on the verge of signing for Fulham, according to reports coming out of Belgium, reports coming from all over, actually, that Castagna will be signing for Fulham. So it doesn't look like that one will be happening at all. And then there's a lot of outgoings that could possibly happen this week. Rob Holding being heavily linked with a move to Spain. We know that teams like Besiktas over in Turkey have been looking at him. Indeed, the rumours have been as they've been in talks with Rob Holding. But now it's emerged, Fabrizio Romano reporting this, it's emerged that various teams over in Spain have made inquiries about Rob Holding, about bringing him in to their club. It definitely looks like Holding's going to be leaving, not been in any of the match day squads, even for Arsenal, and even used sparingly in pre-season. So looks like he's definitely going to be leaving. Nuno Tavarez will probably depart this week as well. Now, Tavarez still being heavily linked with a move to Aston Villa. There were rumours a couple of weeks ago of him going to Nottingham Forest, which that all fell apart. But Nuno Tavarez expected to move on this week. Could be Aston Villa. There are also suitors over there in Germany as well. But looks like he'll be on his way in the next 5 days as well. Spoke about this one yesterday, Gabriel. Now, I'm hoping that there's no moves for Gabriel from any of the Saudi clubs that are looking to try and bring him in, and nothing coming out of Spain as well. But, you know, there's the rumours are still flying around, and it's all based off of the fact that at the moment he's not playing. And, you know, a lot of people are baffled by it and just saying to themselves, well, could it be that he's on the move? Could it be that he's leaving Arsenal? Hopefully not. I think it's vital that we keep Gabriel, vital that he plays in the game against Manchester United on Sunday. But rumours still persist around him. And there's rumours starting to also come about around Emil Smith-Rowe. Hasn't started a game yet for Arsenal so far in this season. Hasn't started many games since 2022. We know the reason why he was injured, but now he's fully fit. He had a great under 21s Euros championship where England won it. And he was an integral part of that, scored goals in it as well. But he's not getting any game time at the moment. It was notable that on Saturday, when Arsenal needed an option, needed a goal, Mikel Arteta didn't turn to Emil Smith-Rowe. He turned to Fabio Vieira and brought him on. So there are rumours starting to swirl around that, you know, Emil Smith-Rowe could leave before the end of the transfer window. Now, I hope this is not true. This is another crowd favourite. He's been so unlucky with injuries, and let's not forget how good he was before those injuries. But you just do not know in football, do you? You just do not. I even saw a rumour linking him with Chelsea. I'm like, what? No chance could we possibly contemplate doing that. I mean, it's going to be interesting. I'm hoping. The thing is about it, right? We've got the Champions League draw coming up on Thursday. We're going to need a very, very strong squad. Even if players are not figuring right now, expect them to figure in a lot of games because of the Champions League. So I'm hoping that Emil Smith-Rowe stays, and I'm hoping that none of these rumours are true, but they're rumours that are out there. And one person that's definitely left is Kieran Tierney. Good luck to him. He has officially joined Real Sociedad on a season-long loan. He was presented yesterday at Real Sociedad. He said he's happy to be there. He wants to play football. That was the reason why he's left, and he's at Sociedad. Arsenal have sent him there on a season-long loan. No obligation to buy in that loan deal, and they're going to receive a loan fee of around about £1.2 million. That's what the rumours are saying. £1.2 million loan fee, as well as all his wages paid as well. So that frees up some money to do a bit of business before the end of the transfer window. But what will it be? And I'm still a little uncomfortable with the Tierney one. I still think he could have done a job at Arsenal, but he's moved on. And it just goes to show if Tierney can go, you don't know who else could go. So let's keep an eye on this transfer window for the next 5 days and see what happens. We will keep you updated with everything that's going on here on AFTV. And don't forget, on deadline day, we're going to be all over it as well. That is Friday, transfer window closing at 11 p.m. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow.